Hi there.
Hi.
Welcome to the board game Café Würfel and Zucker from Hamburg, Germany. We are Silke and
Mirko.
And we want to present a game to you, and it's called
Savannah Park.
And the special about this game is that one of our colleagues has done the illustrations of it, and her name is Annika. And the game itself was designed by Michael Kiesling, and Wolfgang Kramer, which should be known.
Yeah, it's a Kramer Kiesling, and it's so good.
Yeah. So this is going to be our first video in English. Excuse us if we are doing some language spelling mistakes. The game is a tile placement game, and it has very easy rules. You can play it with 1 to 4 players, and we will show you how to do that. So this is the setup for 2 people. Every one of us has one of those things in front of tableaus in front of them, and in the middle we have just for the points, but we will need them in the end only. In the beginning, you set up your tiles, and every player has the same kind of tiles, and they are marked on the back. I have the blue back, and Mirko has the red back. And you place them randomly, and you place them only on the parts of the board which has nothing on it. It's called sand fields. When you play the game, in turn order, the player will announce which tile to move. So, for example, Mirko will tell...
But we are not ready with...
Oh, yeah, sure. We have to place 2 more tiles.
So at the beginning, we are only allowed to put them on the sand tiles places, but then we have bushes, grass and trees, and these burning bushes and the stone. These are places where we never can put the tiles on, but we have 2 left after the shuffling, and then we can put it on grass or tree.
Yes.
And in the game it's allowed to put them on grass or tree, but at the end of the game each grass or tree place we can see is points worth. Yeah.
Yes.
Grass is 1 point and
the
trees are 3 points.
Yes. So we will just place them anywhere. It doesn't really matter so much because we're going to move every single tile throughout the game. So Mirko is going to announce the first tile to place.
Yeah, I want to think about it a little bit. Now, okay, I say I will move the elephant, the 1 elephant tile.
The singular elephant. So everybody has to pick up the singular elephant. We only have 1 tile which shows 1 elephant, and we need to move it. So it cannot be turned over at the same place, but we need to move it to a new place, and there it will be turned over to the back side, which indicates that it can never be moved again in the whole game.
We have other tiles with 1 elephant, but they shared the tile with other animals. So each tile is exactly 1 time in the game. So it's easily to know which tile we have to move.
Yeah.
So I will move it here.
So it's my turn to announce now, and what I want to do is I want to have free spaces a little bit so I can group the animals, because at the end of the game you get more points the bigger the group of the animals is, depending on how many water holes there are. We will explain that in a minute. So I will probably get something in the near of the elephant away, so when the next time an elephant gets announced, I might place it next to it. So I would announce the antelope with a water hole. There is a water hole with a singular animal of each animal. And we have shared water holes. For example, this water hole, we have elephant, rhino, and giraffe. Here is the big water hole where all the animals are located. So I want to say move the antelope with a water hole, and I am going to move that wherever. Probably here. So now it's Mirko's turn again, and he will announce something, and we will go on doing that until every single tile has been moved.
We want to have a big herd of each animal at the end of the game, and to group them, we have to move them together. And I would say antelope and giraffe.
Yes.
Because I want to put it here. So there are two animals on that tile, and so it's okay to put them beside the burning bush. It would be a problem if there is only one animal on this tile, because at the end of the game, each tile with exactly one animal that is beneath the burning bush has to be removed and don't count towards the points.
Yes, and the same is for the 2 burning bushes and the 3 burning bushes, where you cannot place, or you should not place, any tiles with exactly 2 animals or exactly 3 animals, because they will get removed and then they might split your herd and you will not get as many points. In the end of the game, when every tile has been moved, we will count the points, and this helps a lot, because it tells you exactly what to do step by step. So first of all, we look if there are any one single animals next to the burning bush, the one bush. So we would remove them. Then we go on and look for the animals at the 2 burning bushes and next to the 3 burning bushes. Then we will count how many grasses we will be able to see. For every grass which is still being seen at the end of the game, we score 1 point. And for every tree that can be seen, we score 3 points. And then we will count our herds.
Genau. The herds are only the biggest one, and then we count each animal. Maybe I have some antelopes here together, and we count the water holes too. There can only a maximum of 3 water holes for a herd, because for each animal there is 1 animal with a water hole, the animal with 2 other animals together on a water hole, and there's a very strong tile where all animals are on.
Yes.
With a water hole. So it's not so easy to have them all together. Each animal that is not connected to this herd don't count. So here, if this was the end thing, this antelope doesn't count. So my herd was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 2 points, 10 points for me for the antelopes.
Yes. Yes, and that is the game. There is a game version for a singular play, and there's also an extended version where you would add a lion to the game. And in the lion version, you will get points throughout the game. That's why we have this track, because you can place a lion, which is cute little figure.
Yours is this one.
Oh, my lion is here. So you would place a lion, and whenever you will move a tile on the place where the lion is, you get points, and then you put the lion somewhere else, and when you put the next tile there, you will score points.
Yeah, there are easy rules to play the game, but it's not so easy to get a lot of points.
Yes. Because the other players will constantly look at your board and have a look what would be not convenient for you to place right now. One person, the person at the players whose turn it is, announces the tile, and then everyone else has to pick the same tile and move it. And sometimes this can be really hard, because you really don't want to move that tile.
Yeah, maybe I want to have, in first place, I want to have more spaces so that I can connect the 3 elephants with my big group of elephants.
Yes.
But then Silke said, I want to move the 3 elephants, and I say, oh no, I have no place for it. Yeah. And I have to put it somewhere else on the board, and they doesn't count to my group. That's not so cool.
It is pretty tricky. There's a difference if you play it with 2, 3, or 4 players, because in a 2-player game, it is more often your turn to announce the tiles, or every second movement will be a movement which is in your favor. And when you're playing with 3 or 4 people, of course, it doesn't happen so often. And then it's even more difficult to connect tiles ideally. Yeah, we hope you got how it worked, and we hope we made it interesting for you to try out Savannah Park.
It's a very nice game in so many ways.
Yes.
So we hope you have a good time with it.